Welcome to the planning phase. This phase is critical as it sets the foundation for the entire software project. It is where we define the project's objectives, scope, and the goals. Effective planning ensures that we have a clear roadmap to follow, which helps us in managing our resources, time, and budget. Again, who doesn't want to save on money, right? So let's get started. So planning phase is probably the first milestone that you will have in your SDLC process. Everything begins with the planning phase. Consider it like, planting a seed for your software project. As I said, planning phase is the first step of your SDLC. It involves project objectives, scope, and goals definition. The key activities that we include in a planning phase are the project feasibility analysis, risk assessment, and resource planning. So how do you define your project objectives and scope? Well, for defining any goal or any objective, you should always follow this technique called as SMART goals. And I do cover a lot of it in my goal setting class. So if you haven't taken it, go check it out. Now, that being said, what are SMART goals? SMART goals are nothing but anything that you can specify clearly, you can measure it, you can achieve it, you have some relevance that it helps you or it's related to you, and of course it has to be time bound. So basically your relevance has to be to the topic on what the project is about, right? So if you create a SMART goal for your project as well during your planning, you will definitely have a path forward. That should be the right step to take. Scope defines the project boundaries, including deliverables, timelines, and constraints. There has to be clear objectives and scope, and this usually helps you in setting the expectations right and guide you through the project's journey.